Hello and welcome back to Churchill Cottage. Yesterday, Andrew and I started the first day of renovating, redesigning the cottage that we moved into just before Christmas. One thing that was apparent when I took off the door wreath today was I put that up on the very day that we moved in, and now it's off. I realise how horrible that front door is, so I've got plenty of time to think about what colour that's going to be. So yesterday I decided to start by getting rid of the blackness of the beams in the kitchen. We have got black beams throughout the house, which most of them I will get rid of the blackness. Not get rid of the beams, just get rid of the colour. And I wanted to start in the kitchen. And so as you can see, black beams are no longer to be found. The reason I did this, a lot of people have asked me why I was getting rid of the black beams, is because the Anna Rayburn herself has got quite a lot of black on her, and we've got that black pipe as well that goes externally, that's black. We've gone and bought a black freestanding fridge, and then the island as well. You can't probably see that through all the mess, but the island itself has got a black base, and altogether, collectively, it just looked too much. And the black beams, they were quite domineering, so I wanted to neutralise the whole palette in this kitchen. I haven't decided yet how it's eventually going to end, but there are a few key things that I did want to start with, and that was by neutralising it with crown paint, a colour called Snowfall. I've also been asked why I used an emulsion, and that was because what I wanted to do was it's almost like, I don't know whether you can see, but it's almost like a wash on the beams. I have actually done 3 coats, but it's slightly washed. It gives it a nice antique feel. I didn't want it to look, and I don't want any of the cottage to look like, oh my God, we've just moved in and wow, everything's new. And I want it to have a bit of character and a bit of oldness to it and authenticity. And so there is a little bit of a wash, and I've achieved that by using an emulsion. And as you can see, I've done all the walls, all the ceiling, and I've also done this. We've got a built-in unit here. And I think with the winter white cupboard doors and then the wooden work surface and the shelves, it's a really lovely background colour, Snowfall is. I've used it on many projects that I've designed because it's a lovely, lovely colour. An alternative to a white. I find white really harsh, especially on ceilings. Whereas this is just a tone, a bit grey, a bit putty, a bit stone coloured. It changes in the light, it's very warm. And it's actually crazy that this room yesterday was half blue and half yellow, yet it feels warmer today, now that I've painted all this in this off-white colour, than it did when it was blue and yellow. That blue and yellow was so cold, so harsh, and it was all silk. It's quite revolting. So, the window behind me, we are having a new bow window, and we're going to do a window seat. So I'm not paying too much attention to that at the moment because I know we've got to, Andrew and I have got to choose fabrics and cushions and a seat for it. And we are having a new window. And due to the unprecedented times and current pandemic, I've got a feeling fabrics and things might be a little bit out of stock. So it's going to take a bit longer than we anticipated. But hey ho, we've got weeks, months of lockdown. So why not? I've also got to choose what colour is going to go on the woodwork. There isn't a lot of woodwork, but there's a skirting, the door frame, and around the window and the window seat. And we haven't decided yet. We might even go dark with that. I don't know. But again, I can think about that. It's going to be a bit of a work in progress, this cottage that I hope you're going to join me on the journey of. But Andrew and I will discuss if I'm thinking maybe this wall here that I can see where the shelves are sunk in, and then we've got the doorway. This is already crying out to me to be a bit of a feature wall. So if a colour comes that I like to mix in with the blend, it might be that we get a few sample pots, and that might even eventually become a feature wall. But we've got lots of artwork, we've got lots of jugs, lots of pottery, because we collected loads from the last house. Also, I've got a lovely shelf here that I've painted in with the wall colour that goes over the window. I want to keep that because shelves and display areas are really vital to consider and think about using in your scheme, because it's somewhere to add a bit of personality, and rather than that just be a window top, it could have a plant on, a few bottles, and it's a way of bringing colour, texture, pattern and trends into a room. So a display shelf for me is vital. Also above this fridge as well, that's a little corner that's crying out for me, that I just keep in a little part of my brain, or that needs something decorative on there, along with the shelf as well. This window also is going to have, because the old owner very kindly left me this pelmet frame. I might talk to the loving husband Andrew and see if on his new sewing machine we can do something creative up there. Might even be a padded pelmet, I don't know. So there we are. That's the kitchen. It's all been neutralised. It's all been randalised. And I hope you'll watch me for the next video when maybe I'll be doing woodwork. Stay safe, folks. Bye.